Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So Jeff Teague has responded to Brandon Jennings claiming he was better than him, Drew Holiday, and others. Gil's Arena was on stream with Legend of Winning, and they were discussing several players. And Brandon Jennings, kind of went in, said he was better than several guys, and now we have Jeff Teague responding. I think the Drew Holiday statement was a big conversation, and I think Drew Holiday gets understated. He's better than a lot of players that average more stats than him. Hence why Team USA constantly brings him back to guard opposing guards, across the world, because it's about fundamentals at that level. And Drew Holiday is a phenomenal defender. Many of your favorite point guards are not the complete player Drew Holiday is. I remember what he did to CJ and Dame when the New Orleans Hornets at the time, or were they the Pelicans? They were the Pelicans at that point. They played Portland in that series, the way he bottled Dame up. And, I just think Drew Holiday is a tremendous player, and you can put him on any team and he has the same impact. You can't say that about every player. If your game is fully predicated upon offense, then when I just put you and try to assimilate you with another style of team where they may need you to defend a little more, play off the ball a little more, you may struggle. But, man, we're going to get into what these guys said. Let's check it out.
Hey, I just did the redraft.
I know, but let's do it here, though. I'm trying to figure out. So, Blake, Curry, Harden, they going top three.
Curry, number one. They got James Harden, number two.
Okay.
DeMar, number three.
Okay.
Blake, number four.
Okay.
Drew Holiday, number five.
All right, do we agree? Hold on, wait. You agree with that, Brandon? You agree with that so far?
They're just going off careers, but I don't think half them players. First of all, I don't think a lot of those players are better than me. So whatever.
Who not better than you? You don't think Drew Holiday better than you?
Drew Holiday's never been better than me.
Oh yeah, you was busting his ass in high school.
Drew Holiday has never been better than me. He has a better career. They have better careers than me. They're not better than me though. Are you fucking crazy?
Yes, you dumb. You dumb low.
Like they ended up becoming better, but you're not better than me.
The nigga had 55 as a rookie.
Not even
He ain't better. He was on the bench as a rookie. James Harden was on the bench as a rookie. Curry's on the bench as a rookie. That nigga right there, 55. Oh, hey, he hit the speed limit on the motherfucker. Wow, nigga. Hey, top 2 point guard all time was that there watching.
So if we had to do a redraft, so you better than Drew, you better than Teague, you better than Ty Lawson, you better than
Yes, I'm better than all of it.
Hey, Low. You ever heard of what's the speed limit in Atlanta? 55?
55.
That's Brandon Jennings, motherfucker.
55, yeah, that's 55.
Speed limit.
It's 55. You're right, it's 55.
I think he in high school you probably was, but you were more known than us. I don't know. I never played you. You were more known, but everything you could do in high school, I could do.
Yeah,
I could run, jump, shoot.
Yeah, you were spectacular, and you was in L.A. You know what I mean? He was all the way in Indiana. But
yeah, you had a bigger name in high school. You had a bigger name, the AAU circus, whatever. You played all that. I didn't play AAU like that. I played local ball, we would say.
Yeah.
And you were good, and I'm not hating. But when we got to the league, bro, you had way more opportunity. You shot like 38%. You just got the chuck. I ain't hating. But nigga, it wasn't like most of you ever average was 17. Nigga, yeah, you could be. It's a lot of niggas that was cold in high school.
We can name off a list from our city alone, nigga.
Yeah, some cold high school niggas. But what you do when them lights get bright, you in the league. And Brandon Jennings started off killing in the league.
Yeah.
As a rookie averaging 15.
Yeah.
But shit, a lot of people have good rookie years. Yeah. Shit.
But Brandon Jennings, he got hurt too, but shit, that ain't Drew Holiday fault, bro.
But before he got hurt, he was a solid point guard. He was good. Like, me and his stats are very comparable. I ain't saying like I was watching him or something. Like, so if he'd be like, nigga, your career wasn't better than mine, I'd be like, I won more than you. But I can say that. But I get what he's saying. But Drew Holiday? Nah. Nah,
Just because he a heavy two-way player.
Yeah,
ain't
some of the awards he got.
Yeah,
Drew
he-
Holiday should definitely have a defensive player of the year.
Yeah, bro.
like-
That shit is different. Like, shout out to Dame, but like that shit, what they did to the Trailblazers,
Yeah,
nigga,
Drew Holiday.
that Hornets matchup with them, bro, is different, bro.
Yeah.
Never had no moment like
And
that.
I think if you just, this is just me, if you just roll out the balls and like just have a game where Drew Holiday and Brandon. Brandon was cold, but Drew Holiday can guard him.
That's what I'm saying.
He can't guard Drew Holiday.
Too big.
Too little.
Yeah.
We just saw what he was doing the stream. Shout out to Playback. When he was going to the hole, bro.
Yeah, he too
against
little.
active niggas right now is light work, bro.
Brandon too little. I ain't gonna lie, he too little. But they both was cold. They respect.
Yeah, you know, we love you on this show, BJ.
We love him. It's all competitive effort. But then he said, let's play one-on-one. I'm like, damn. Then somebody said, he said, play one-on-one.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, BJ, you still hoop.
I think, when you start talking about NBA basketball, Drew Holiday has mastered the art of whether he needed to take some nights, maybe 18, 19 shots when he was on the Milwaukee Bucks at times, especially when Chris Middleton was hurt, to be that second guy. He can do that and remain effective. Some nights Boston may need him to take 5 to 8 shots, and he can still be equally as effective. So when we're talking about basketball players, it's not always the guy who can put up James Harden's stat line in Houston with the high usage or, all those assists and rebounds and just your usage rate, right? We're watching Drew Holiday be able to guard different players, guard players much bigger than him. Now, Jimmy Butler cooked him, playoff Jimmy, but yeah, that's one of the only times I remember Drew getting cooked to that level. But I do remember him putting the gloves on Luka at times. Tyrese Halliburton at the end of the game where he just pilfered them, took that game away from them. And so, yeah, I think it was game 2 or game 3. But Drew is an impactful player outside of the stratosphere of those other guys that were mentioned. I mean, you could say James Harden has had a great career, right? He's going to have a Hall of Fame career. But most of the other people outside of Steph, obviously Steph's in his own world. But I'm thinking more about the Ty Lawsons, the, Brandon Jennings, Jeff Teague. And Jeff Teague is above the other two. He's above Brandon Jennings and Ty Lawson. But Drew Holiday has been so essential to winning. He's won 2 championships. And also, we can't hide this. His defensive job on Devin Booker and Chris Paul in the NBA Finals, may have been just as important as Giannis's monumental performances. So, man, we got to look at Drew Holiday and give him his props as one of the most steady, best point guards in the game. Drew Holiday, put it like this, he'll be able to play as long as he wants, maybe close to his 40s. Just being a savvy vet, can knock down the open shot, can play in the post, and defend at a pretty good level. He'll still be he'll be a heady defender even when some of his physical attributes start to leave him, because he kind of can see the play developing and he has quick reaction time. He is a very fundamentally sound player who can play in. You used to see more guards that could play in the post, and we got 3-point gluttons nowadays, but you could tell his foundation was built like an old school guard, the way that he approaches and plays the game. And the fact that Brandon Jennings is even questioning Drew Holiday, that's some California stuff. He felt like he was always better than him, but it's not about you dropping 55 and scoring all those points, man. It's about being steady, being able to play within a team construct and be effective for winning. And Drew Holiday has maintained that and was I think he's been better than Jennings, the whole time. Well, if I'm just looking at the player and what they'll be able to do, not necessarily the stats they were putting up in high school, but I'm just looking at, okay, how would this translate when we have NBA players on the court with them? Who will be the most consistent? What can they do to help my team win? I think Drew has always checked more boxes with that. What happens with this player's production when I surround them with other talent? If I put a better scorer on the team, how is he going to impact the team? Oh, Drew is still going to be an elite defender. What happens if I need him to carry more of an offensive load and still be a defender? Well, he could do that too. So he answers more questions for different type of roster construction than a healthy Brendan Jennings will answer, in my estimation, guys. But let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.